lovelies, welcome back to my channel, The Libran Mission. This is going to be my third video that I'm putting up for you, and it's a super practical video that I thought I could share some information with you and maybe from your comments learn from you as well. Over the years, as I have built up my wardrobe, basically for my career as well as my personal life, I like to follow some of the trends and fashion, but I'm at the stage where I want to invest more in quality rather than quantity. And looking back over the years, there have been pieces of clothing that I have loved and I looked really good in them, but as they went through the wash, they started to lose their color, fade, like had some pilling or just got misshapen. So I had to get rid of many of these clothes that I actually loved. And so I've picked up some tips over the years on how to make your wardrobe last much longer and keep your favorite pieces going as much as you can. Now, before I start, I want to do a caveat here. If the label, and you always want to read your label, right? Reading the label on your clothing is very important before you just chuck it in the machine. And if it says dry clean only, please don't chuck it in the washing machine because it's not going to last. It's probably made of material that won't last or won't hold up in the wash. So send those to the dry cleaner, okay? And that's a good investment. But if the label says gentle hand wash or dry cleaning recommended, I think I'd probably send it to the dry cleaner as well. So if it says gentle wash, you are able to put it in the wash, then I do have some suggestions for you that will make your wardrobe last much longer. So even before we put things in the wash, my number one tip is to invest in a sewing kit. So I'm not I can't make dresses or, cut patterns or anything like that. But what I can do is thread a needle, and I can sew up buttons. I can sew up little rips, like in your stockings, like in your toe area. Sew those up. Also, things like, patching up like the hem, I can do that. So when it's just a small repair that needs to be made, I can do that, right? And by doing that, you stop them from deteriorating much faster. So that's my number one tip. My first tip is to invest in a sewing kit and pick up some basic sewing skills like how to sew on a button, how to sew on a hook. And you can watch those on YouTube. That's not a problem at all. Tip number two, picking the right detergent. So I love Gain, but I only use that for things like towels, my bed sheets, cotton underwear, pajamas, cotton clothes, like stuff that I wear around the house, made of sturdy material. I put that in the wash, cold water though, with Gain. Gain is my favorite. I love the smell of Gain. But for everything else, like work clothes, delicate material, I have found that the best detergent to make the colors last longer, less pull on the material, your clothing holds its shape much better, is Woolite. Woolite has really made a difference in the longevity of my clothing, and I have them for whites and light colors as well as Woolite for dark colors. So in a wash, I'll put in the dark same colors, dark Woolite, and then I save the whites and the light colors for another cycle, and then I use the white Woolite. So Woolite has definitely been a game changer for me. Made my clothes last much longer in terms of color and shape. So that's my number two tip. Number three, I would say, are these laundry mesh bags. Here I have one for bras. I make sure I close all the hooks, make sure all the fasteners are on, and then I just open one side, chuck in the bra, and then there's a second compartment And I do the same. I like to put like maybe at least 4 bras in a wash, right? So 2 per bra bag so that they counterbalance each other in the machine. And then for other clothings, I have like zip mesh bags as well. I have these in different sizes. And again, I want to make sure that I have them counterbalancing. In other words, don't just put in one bag into the machine. It just makes sure that the machine lasts longer because you have a centrifuge effect going on. Now, once the clothings are out and you hang them up, etc., I air dry a lot of the delicate stuff. I do not put it in the dryer. Dryers for things like towels, sheets, underwear, cotton underwear. For delicate stuff that I've used Woolite for in the mesh bags, I have a rack, air dryer rack, and I hang the clothes out to dry. So that's definitely cut down on wear and tear on these clothing. The next tip that I have for you, tip number 4, is investing in a steamer. This is a Rwanda, and I got this during Black Friday at Macy's, so it was something like $30 on sale. Otherwise, it's like $60. That's a great tool because A, you can steam really delicate clothing instead of putting on like a hot iron on it and kind of risking the fact that you might burn the material. It's got 2 settings on it. It's got delicate and it's got turbo. So delicate, I use on my silk and lighter material. And then turbo, I use it for cotton, linen, like this dress. Gosh, I'm not going to be able to iron that. It's got these puff sleeves. I hung up, the dress on the door hook, and then I just used the steamer on turbo, and poof, I got my shapes out. So great investment. Makes your clothes last much longer. Also, I use it to like freshen up the clothing itself. Like even like my coats, like I'll steam it so that, if there's any smell on it, like, you walk past someone who smoked or you went to a restaurant and you're smelling of the restaurant, you can kind of like steam out the smell and just keep your clothes revived with that steamer. So I definitely recommend getting a steamer. And the next item I have, you'll be surprised, it's a real game changer, is my little fabric shaver. Now I picked this up like, for $6-7 at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can get it at Target, you can get it online, on Amazon, or whatever the equivalent is in your country. Highly recommend this tool. It's got a little safety guard on it. You just remove it and then you just press the button. It's battery operated. And you see this circular point here. You just put it on your clothing. Now what I use this for is sometimes clothing looks old because it's got those little fuzz balls. I think they're called pilling, is what I think it's called. It's on sweaters, it can be on tops, it can be on pants, where your thighs meet and chafe. You can get these little balls of pilling. They kind of make the clothing look old and worn out, but my God, you use this and it just basically shaves the material off. It's much gentler. Some people use like razor blades, but that's kind of dangerous in case you cut the yarn itself. This is kind of idiot proof, and you just go around in circles, and it takes maybe about 10 minutes, but I'm telling you the results are amazing. You remove the fuzz and the clothing looks almost brand new. So I love this little thing. It's battery operated. I think I mentioned that. So it's portable. You can take it with you on vacation if you need to. I don't think so. But you can take it just anywhere. I even use these on my dining chairs. The ones that are fabric covered. When you sit on them, they kind of pick up little pieces of fluff off your clothing. And I use my shaver and the dining chair looks brand new. Same thing with that steamer. Like I don't just use it on my clothes. I steam my curtains. And I'm not gonna lie, when I make my bed and I have that big fluffy duvet on it, I do use my steamer as well, just to give it that magazine fresh look. So that's it for today's video, my friends. I hope you learned from that. I hope it comes in use for you. So just a quick recap. Number one, make sure you have a sewing kit. Patch up stuff before you chuck it in the wash. Number two, use gentle detergent like Woolite for lights and darks. Keeps your clothing colors up, doesn't let them fade, and keeps the shape as well. Number three, use laundry mesh bags. There are bags in many sizes that you can get. They're very inexpensive. You can get them on lingerie. You can get them in big bags for sweaters, etc. Number four, invest in a steamer. My pick is Rowanta. It's reasonably priced. It does a great job. It has two settings, delicate and turbo. And finally, fabric shaver. Definite game changer. Takes away all the pilling, removes the fuzz, and keeps your clothing looking great. All right, guys, gotta jump to work. So take care. Hope to see from you soon, or hear from you soon. If you like my video, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to get my channel to grow. I'm trying to figure out what topics work for people. But this one was kind of close to my heart. I thought it would be good to share with you because I didn't know about this until about 5 years ago. Like, I made the switch, not even that, probably 3 years ago before I made that switch, and it's made a huge difference. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.